Hello, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's rant is going to be about questions, asking questions. People, a lot of the time, they don't like it when you ask them questions. People are very upset when you ask them questions. People just don't like to be asked questions, or, people just don't like it when you ask questions, especially if things aren't making sense. And it feels like in society, you can't ask questions anymore, and I firmly believe that asking questions is a very important aspect of living life. Living your life and, asking questions is very important because questions is knowledge, and knowledge is power. If you don't understand something, I don't understand the harm in asking a question. And a lot of the time, people don't like you to ask questions because, like I said, they know that you're onto them. And usually when you ask questions and they start getting really defensive, or they start to get an attitude, or like they're usually hiding something, and they know that you're onto them. So when you ask questions and people start to, act a little bit shady, and, they're not really answering your questions, they're dodging your questions, or they're being really, defensive of it, just know that you're onto something, and you should probably keep asking the questions because you're probably going to break them soon, and, the truth is going to spill out, and, you're going to get the truth out of them, and they're going to probably, have a mental breakdown, because a lot of the time when people finally tell you the truth, they can have mental breakdowns and freak out and stuff. So, I'm not trying to say that you should break people down and you should make them cry or freak out, but if you know that you're going to get to the truth and you have to keep asking questions, I'd keep on people, because sometimes people just need a little bit of motivation to get the truth juices flowing. Sometimes people they can't tell the truth because maybe they're afraid, or they're scared, or, they don't know what to do. So asking questions is very, very important in our society. And I remember when I was, applying for a job, and then I went to orientation, they were saying that, it's very important to ask questions because questions is power and knowledge is power. That was one of the things that they said to us, which is one of the things I said at the beginning of this recording. Like they were encouraging us to ask them questions. But, like a lot of the time, people in authority don't like to be questioned, like when you have a boss, they don't want to be questioned. When you have parents, obviously parents are in authority, they don't want you to question their own authority. And usually parents don't like it when you question them because, some of what they say is bullshit, and, some of what they say tends not to make much sense. And, it doesn't matter if they make sense or not. It's their rules, it's their house, and they feel like they can do and say pretty much whatever they want, and you just have to go along with it because it's their roof. So, asking questions can get you into trouble sometimes. And, sometimes you will get into trouble for asking questions. And I don't know why that's the case. I don't know why you would ever get in trouble for asking a question. I don't understand why that is, because asking questions is not a bad thing. But, like I said, in society, asking questions is deemed to be a very bad thing. Like, people get so mad when you start asking them questions. And, like, sorry, I kind of like choked. I don't know, like I was like breathing. But, yeah, that's the beauty of these live recordings. You can start having a good point, and you can just fucking choke on your spit while you're talking. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink quick. I feel better now. Yeah, that's the beauty of live recordings. But anyways, I just want you guys to just keep being yourself, keep asking questions. Don't let up. Always ask questions, always ask things. If something doesn't make sense to you and you just want to ask a question, or, like you're confused about something or you're curious about something, go ahead and ask a question. Maybe the answer is waiting for you and it will, resolve all the questions that you have. And sometimes it's just one question away and you can get all the answers that you're ever looking for, and you'll never know if you don't try. So I encourage you people to keep asking questions regardless of what society says. But anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. I hope everyone enjoyed listening to me almost choke to death on my own fucking tongue. Oh, Lord. You gotta love these live recordings. Anything can fucking happen. Sometimes shit happens when you're recording, but what am I going to do? Record this whole fucking thing again because I made one mistake? Anyways, thank you again for listening, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.